We already got the cameras going.
Cameras going. Cameras rolling. Microphone on. Audio. Slack it again.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome on board flight 632-403 to Chennai. Flying time of 2 hours and 30 minutes. We'll be covering a distance of 1,830 kilometers and we'll cruise at 30,000 feet above mean sea level. Sit back, relax, enjoy your flight.
Man.
I'm doing this because I have so many friends, so many family members, so many random people that seem to love my advice. They seem to ask me about so many different things about how I move in life. So I was like, I think I should just put it together and be able to like explain it at my own pace, at my own time, so I don't feel rushed up. I hate being in the middle of conversations and a phone call happens or a text happens and it's time for one of us to like make a move in the next 10 minutes or 15 minutes and we got to break up what we're talking about. In this way, I can keep talking as long as I want to. I can stop whenever I want to until I feel like I got the point across.
And that's where I want to start, man.
That's hard.
Just being able to talk about what you want to talk about at your own pace. Because essentially, that's what you are. Like, for those who don't know, this is Pat on the Planes.
That's Hook Genius. That's HG.
Yeah, of course. I mean, you know, HG.
That's HG. I'm Pat on the Planes. I'm Patrick. Pat on the
Genius,
Planes.
man, Mr. Swag, PAT from 09.
Go back.
All of that.
We go
you
back.
know. But this Pat on the Planes, and it's like, the one thing I can say about Pat is he really patient as fuck. Like, it's just like super patient. And so I'm trying to like, I wanted to make sure that like, even when I talk to you about this audio book, man, it's too specific. Even when I talk to you about you, like, I just wanted to make sure that people understand like this ain't no, I'm trying to super get my point across and make you understand. Like, nah, I'm finna talk about myself at the pace that I want to do it at. And everybody should understand it and get a little bit of that. So, just from the jump, like, tell them folks where you from. Like it's like tell people the real origin,
The story,
like the origin of like Pat on the Planes.
the real story. All right, so boom. A lot of people. Like, I went to elementary school, middle school, high school in Memphis, Tennessee. A lot of people know I am from Memphis, Tennessee. But honestly, my family and myself, I am from Arkansas. I'm from a small town in Arkansas. Really, two small towns in Arkansas. My mom is from Marianna, Arkansas. My dad is from Helena, Arkansas. Those are like the two places like I was up until the age of 4 when I got here to Memphis. So, I mean, I don't really remember those times because obviously you don't remember like until you're about, I don't know, maybe 3 years old. You might remember some stuff from 2, but you really remember stuff from like 3, 4, 5 years old and then on. But I'm from Arkansas. Like, that's where like when it's holidays and all that stuff, I go back to Arkansas and stuff like that. Man, my first time I jumped on a plane was like the age of 2. Man, my family does family reunions every single year. So, I mean, wherever we went to at the age of 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, like I always go, I've been going out of town since a youngin'. And man, but honestly, like the Pat on the Planes hit from, man, it's a nickname from my mom. I don't know how my mom, cool little self, like thought of this, but I guess she was in her bag today. She was just like, "You Pat on the Planes, you Pat on the Planes." So my mom,
Shout out to moms.
Yeah, Joanne
all
Coleman,
over the world.
Nah, she everywhere. She big time with it. Like she
And the other mamas.
I ain't love y'all mamas.
Y'all the only reason everybody here.
Man, y'all good. Y'all are good.
Somebody the reason why y'all some other mamas is the reason why y'all here, but y'all the reason why we here. So mamas.
His mama, my mama. My mama, his mama.
We fuck with you.
It's crazy, but my mom hit me with the "you Pat on the Planes." But the story is like she worked for Northwest Airlines. They were bought out by Delta, so we call them Delta now. Like so, from now on, I'm just gonna say Delta with it. So she started working with Delta Airlines while I was in high school. I think I was a junior in high school, and from the ages of like anytime before you're 24 years old, your kids can fly for ultimately free on standby.
Free.
And during that time, like the planes were just bigger and all this stuff, so it was like no way to miss a flight and stuff like that. You know, I'm pretty sure some people didn't, you know, roll standby and all that stuff, but like it was like I'm never missing a beat while I was young and in high school and most of the time in college. And man, free until the age of 24. Like, and I just took advantage. Like, it's like, man, I got family out of town. I got friends out of town. Like, I wasn't rich or anything like that. Like, so I had to go to places that I could not have to buy a hotel. This was before Airbnb. I was like, man, let me travel to places that I can crash in somebody's extra room or on the couch or something like that. Pull out an air mattress. Like, I'm not bougie. I'm just here to have a good time and learn and experience and just, you know, do a couple things. So, I mean, I've been to Atlanta a gazillion times. Like, I got some close family, like close cousins out there. I mean, just the West Coast. You can never miss a beat in the West Coast. I went to New York for literally like 24 hours before spring break. I went on a 5-place trip. Like, it's, you know, spring break is like 9 days. And I think I went from Baton Rouge, Louisiana to Houston, Texas to Atlanta, Georgia to Memphis, Tennessee to Sacramento, California, back to Memphis to Baton Rouge.
You see how see all of that traveling. So it's crazy you saying you done been, like, you just laid out that whole itinerary for a nigga,
crazy.
like, and it's like it's crazy because you got a track on your music book. Is that what you said you call 30,000 Feet Up a music book?
The music book.
Instead of an audio book, it's called a music book. And
man, shout out to Taylor King Beats.
Shout out,
man.
Back to 2016, we've been fun with Taylor King for this. I'm so loaded, but we finna say it. We've been fucking with Taylor King since 2016. Looking at, but yeah, so you got a track on your audio. You got a track on your music book called "Travel as Much as Possible." Hold on, guys, just take a look.
Travel as much as possible. Traveling is the coolest, greatest, most exciting thing that you can do in the world. It teaches you so many things. Going out of town, you're going into an area that you are not familiar with. So the gene of being survival of the fittest, it has to kick in, and it teaches you how to survive in areas that you don't know anything about. It teaches you how to connect with people that are not the same as you.
There.
Man.
It teaches you how to connect with people that are not the same as you. The reason why I want to stop it on there is because I want you to kind of just say a little bit about understanding that you have to get outside of yourself, which is yourself and people who are like you, in order to basically, like, you know, like, build and grow. Like, just tell people how, like, the importance of, like, what it means to try to get outside of your own box and make your box bigger.
Man, wherever you're from, the world is not like that. Like, it's not that. Like
East Memphis is different than South Memphis.
Like, it's just wherever you're from, it's just not like that. And you need to grow and understand people. Most of the time, like, if you're listening to this, you're probably a creative or a brand creator or business starter, or you're running it, or you've been doing it for years or something like that. Exactly. And you want to be better to meet your goals. Like, if you're listening, you want to grow for sure. And man, it's a lot of different characters out here. Like, he just said something so small, like East Memphis and South Memphis people are different, and it's the truth. Like, yes, humans are, you know, kind of the same, but everybody has a different, like, he got a brand called DNA. Everybody got different DNA and all that stuff. It's just what you're learning from. But anyway, like, Memphis is different from the West Coast. Like, as tough as like we have to walk around Memphis kind of tough. Like even if you don't have to be gangster or thug or anything like that, but you gotta have like some toughness to yourself walking around Memphis. On the West Coast, you don't have to do that. You can be way more relaxed, and you can just start a conversation up with some random guy, random girl, anything. Like you could just be at peace and just more peaceful. You don't have to like walk past them like I'm not talking to you like that. I don't know you. I don't know you. You could really say, hey, how you doing? And they will be like, oh man, hey, what's up? Man, that's a nice hoodie you got on. And like I just so happen to have my hoodie on. It's like, man, I'm actually selling these. So this is a good person to just talk to. He said he likes it. Let me let him know, like, this is where you can get it. This is how it was. I created it. This is how it was created. Man, if you're really interested, go to www.ontheplanes.com and click on the tab merch, and you can find it. Everywhere you go to is just, it's a different vibe to it. And in order like for you to gain more creativity, to gain more brand awareness, to gain more like a feel of the people you want to connect to, travel. Like that's the best way to start off with learning it, and just remember what you learned from it. Like from the very beginning, as soon as you get into, if you're driving, as soon as you get into the car, like you may be riding with people. They might not be your next door neighbor, or it might be somebody from another part of the city. Connect with the person, understand, like ask them questions, let them ask you questions, answer. If you're on a plane, you're definitely around some people that you don't know. While you're sitting in the what's it called, the before you get on the flight, what's it called, the little boarding area while you're sitting in the little boarding area and all that stuff, like the gates and all that stuff. Like, man, I've had some crazy good conversations from people from New York and random places, Idaho. Like, it's people that's sticking out in my head that's just like, they're literally telling me like, your energy is so good. Like, I just hope you're doing great with whatever you're doing. Like, just because we're having a random 10-minute conversation. And I mean, that type of good energy is needed for this journey that we're on. And like, just travel, eat, like try to, like I said in there, like try the foods that are out there, because you just never know. 7 years from now, somebody might offer you sushi. If you're still talking about some, I don't want to try sushi. Like I don't think I would like it. Like, try it. That important person that's asking you for sushi might change your life. Like, you just never know. Like, try all this stuff, like the museums and the art exhibits and go to most of my people love like hip hop, man. Go to some pop concert, go to some totally different, try just different stuff, man. You just never know what you may bump into, who you may meet that can help your life and just change your life. Like you could be better. Like, that's really what that whole that track is talking about. Like,
yeah. So I mean, I think that people are scared to try in general. So, like it makes them feel like that they have to. It feels like they have to see somebody else try and do something before they actually try to do it. So it puts them in a position of always being uncertain, because they don't really grasp the concept of experience is the best teacher. So, like even you just constantly saying try, like that makes me feel like, damn, like he basically telling you like, if you try, something's gonna happen from you because you're doing something. So it's like, if as soon as you get that experience, like you start like, man, making adjustments, whatever, you just start like doing stuff. And like I'm looking at the track list that you got on the music book, and I'm just like, so I'm gonna read the names of the tracks out. And I feel like I need to read them out so people can actually hear these things, because even if you never listen to a track, just listening to the titles could motivate you, could inspire you. So of course you got the intro, 30,000 feet up, flight announcement. Then this is how it goes. Winning is number one. Expect the unexpected. Protect your team's energy. Technology is takeover. Seatbelt on. Travel as much as possible. Going to work is tough. Wake up early. The arcade. Keep hooping. 30,000 feet up landing. And then you end it with know yourself. Okay, so you hear what I said. Winning is number one. Expect the unexpected. Protect your team's energy. Technology is takeover. Seatbelt on. Travel as much as possible. Going to work is tough. Wake up early. The arcade. Keep hooping. 30,000 feet up. Land and know yourself. You can literally just read those and feel motivated.
Like you feel better.
But the last track is called Know Yourself. Let me keep a little bit of it.
Yeah. Cue that in. Because it's saying, listen.
Come on now, you feel it? You feel it?
Yeah, pat on the planes, pat on the planes. HG. Yeah.
Know yourself.
Please.
Walking around in this.
I ain't even got to play nothing else.
Know yourself.
No cap. Know yourself. Not N-O to yourself. K-N-O-W to yourself. Know yourself. Tell people why it's important to know who you are.
You sleep, your alarm clock off, eyes open. If you don't know yourself, you are just stressed out, confused, not feeling good, and you're really faking. Like you're faking it every single day, which is that's not the thing right there. Like it's just not the thing. Have I been knowing myself my whole life? No, I have not. Like it
hurts, bro.
It definitely like takes time. You have to really like say one day like, all right, I want to know myself. Like I need to know like exactly what am I doing on this earth? Like I have 24 hours every single day. What am I doing for those 24 hours? I have, everybody's trying to, hit the 100-year mark. Maybe you get there, maybe you don't.
This shit, I'm
like,
sure trying to hit
like maybe you get there, maybe you don't. Maybe you get higher, maybe you get lower, or maybe it's 100 on the dot. I don't know.
100.
But while you're here, like, what am I doing? Like, I need to know myself. You need to know yourself. In order for all this to make sense, you have to understand you. Like, in order to bring joy to yourself, in order to bring joy to others, and have, positive. Everybody likes feeling good. And there's not too many people. I'm pretty sure it's like 1% of people like actually chaos and all that stuff. So 99% of people. So what?
I said actually thrive off like chaos.
Yeah, like 99% of the people like positivity and feeling good and getting it and understanding, like trying to reach their goals and all that stuff. And in order to do it, you have to know who you are. You have to understand what are you attacking day to day, day in and day out. Like at one point in time, I just was like working jobs. It's just like, this doesn't make sense. Like I'm working in healthcare and I literally don't want to be here. Like I
took one science class in college.
Like it's just like what am I doing? Like this is literally blowing my brain to pieces. I don't rock with this, so let me take a step back. But when I took a step back from it, it was like, all right, now I'm not doing anything. What do I do with my time? Now I feel bad because it's like so much time that's just like void, just random space. So I mean, I pulled out my journal and like start writing out like, okay, what do I like? Obviously I grew up playing basketball, so I like basketball. What else do I like? I like technology. I like phones. I like cameras. All right, so what are some things I could do inside of that? Like, and then that's how I just branched out into videography, photography, start doing audio. Like I did music and I like listening to my voice of the music. So now it's like doing this is like, okay, like I can talk to people. Like this is the way that I really enjoy getting my message out and my point across. And I mean, now that I know myself, and I'm still working on it. Everybody's gonna be working on it until the day that you tap up out of here. Like it's a never ending game. But now that I do, it's like when I run across some random person I haven't seen for 7 years, it's so easy to inspire them to like show, like I'm just broadcasting who I am. Like, what you been up to? Y'all know everybody get that question. What you been up to? How you been doing, bro? And it's like, dang, I know myself. I don't feel the stress when people ask me that question anymore. Like, this is what I do. This is what I'm up to. How about yourself? And then I see them get a little cringy sometimes. Some people got it together. Some people don't. And I'm just glad I'm not the person that, feeling cringy about it anymore. Like, I pretty much like I said, it's never ended, but I pretty much, I know myself. Like, and I hope everybody else can too. So we can collab together and just talk and just, be in the same rooms or, man, take the same trips, whatever. Like,
be normal.
Just be
Like,
regular.
yeah,
and just good people.
Yeah. So yeah, bro, like, man, I think that you gave a real good perspective on like how you even approaching this shit, like in general, like this life. Like, let me not do that. Like, you're approaching this life, and man, tell the people where they can get, the merch. Like, just like, man, whatever you giving out to the world, tell them where they can get it.
Man, www.ontheplanes.com. www.ontheplanes.com. If you want to see the merch and purchase the merch and support what I have going on through, the gear and clothing, I have hoodies, I have a backpack, I have hats. Like, if you want to support that way, then just click on the tab titled merch. Some cool stuff there. Like, shout out to all the people who's been buying so far. Like, I really
shout out to all of the supporters, every single one of them, single one, man.
I love it. Like,
I'm telling you, y'all are the reason why you go an extra day.
But honestly, like, just tap into the information that I'm trying to put out here. Like,
man, the game, free game.
If all of our brains are just thinking at a high level of like the right things, the positive things. It's just I don't know it all. I'm speaking on the things that I know. Like, I'm speaking on what I know. Like, click on videos, click on episodes. I'm talking about some cool stuff, and it's like some cool media. Regardless if I recorded it or my guy HG recorded it, whatever it is, like, watch those videos and listen to the words that I'm saying, and listen to the podcast on the episodes. Like, that stuff really can help you. Like, I literally sat down with my mom and watched a podcast episode, and she was like, "It seems like y'all are directly talking to me right now," and I'm like, "Man, thank you for saying that, mama. Like, I'm glad I'm helping you. Like, you've helped me." For how old am I? I'm 30. You've helped me for 30 years. Like, and I'm like, I get to help you now. Like, cool, perfect.
You heard it. Go get it. OnThePlanes.com.
Yeah.
Man, grindhardganggreen.com. Everything we doing, man, we just trying to make the world better. Like, just make it a better place. Whatever, if that mean like in our own personal spaces, or if they mean it gets bigger and it actually do impact the entire world. Like, man, we with it. We want it. So tap in, man. It's been a great, man, conversation. Just talking to my nigga, dog. We've been working together since, man, I've been in 9th grade. He been in 10th grade, So they got to be, 06,
Back to the braids now.
Like,
back braided now. You know what I'm saying? We back out here. We back braided.
Back to the braids, but yeah, man, I definitely, man, tap in, Hook Genius, Patontheplanes, HG, PAT, GHGG.